Thank you for joining me for the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. My name is Allegra Huston. My creative collaborator, James Nave, is not on this Zoom and was not on the Zoom earlier on this recording because he's in Manila and all the internet and phone services are down for maintenance in the middle of the night over there. So I've just been flying this imaginative storm plane solo today. Every Saturday and every Thursday, we meet with whoever wants to join us and write to a prompt for 10 minutes. We're not necessarily aiming to write something, deathless or even publishable. What we're doing is we're exercising our imaginative intelligence. We're stretching and strengthening our imaginative muscles, our writing muscles. We're playing. We're having a great deal of fun. We're getting insights. We're surprising ourselves. We're making each one another laugh. We're making ourselves laugh. And there was quite a lot of laughter today with the prompt that you will see in a moment. So the way we do this is we offer a visual prompt. Usually it's just an image. And we ask everybody on the call to make a list of words for 2 minutes. Whatever words pop into your head as you look at the image, just write them down in a list, words or short phrases, but nothing long, not joined up writing, just single beat words or phrases. So I will start the timer for 2 minutes, and here is your image. Once everyone has created their own word list from the image, we then go around the Zoom room and ask everybody to contribute one word or phrase, and we create a community list. And the nice thing about that is you get to borrow from other people's imaginations. You don't have to just rely on your own. You get to be inspired by other people. Maybe you see a whole new perspective on the image that hadn't occurred to you when you were looking at it because of the word that somebody else offers. So we give these words to the group, as a gift. People can use them however they like or not use them as they please. And the same obviously goes for you. So I will now share today's community list with you. You might like to write the words down because something does happen when they kind of go in your ear and out your hand, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I will put the list up again on the screen during the 10-minute writing time, which will be coming up pretty soon. So here is today's community list. safety colors, follow the signs, no place to go, multiple choice, about face, fascism, no right way, stoner's dilemma, go home and go back to bed, options, up, down, all around, the here and now, danger, danger, Will Robinson, you are here, red lamp detour, only down from here, destination unknown, mud puddle, make up your mind, performance anxiety, no joke, the road's not taken, social pressure. It's like driving in France, very funny, indecisive, that away. Oh, go ahead. So, as you may have heard when I was reading the list of words, the list itself kind of turned into a fairly coherent kind of, found poem. The lists don't always work that way, but it did today. So we all got a certain amount of amusement out of that, and even more when we started to write. So that will be the next thing. I will start a timer for 10 minutes and ask you to write whatever you want. Fast or slow, long or short, coherent or incoherent, poetry or prose, using many of the words from both lists or not using any if you don't want to, or maybe just choosing one and starting from there and heading on. And if you hit a detour sign, maybe you'll stop and start again, or maybe you'll take your eyes back to the word lists and find some more gas to kind of rev you up a little bit again. However you want to do it is absolutely fine. And all we will say is the only goal, of course, is obviously not to write well. It's kind of ridiculous in 10 minutes, which is one of the reasons we like 10 minutes. You takes away the pressure of trying to write well. But the only goal really is to surprise yourself. Allow your imagination to just pop stuff out and just put it down on the page, even if you don't know where it come from, don't know why it's there, and don't know where it's going. That's fine. Just go with it. So a piece of writing now exists in the world that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. And there is a satisfaction just in that, even if it never goes anywhere else. But if you would like just a little more satisfaction, we're going to ask you to, or I'm going to ask you because it's just me today, to put me on pause while you read what you wrote aloud. We do this every time in our Zoom sessions and in our live writing workshops. It's incredibly valuable. It's nice for the other people there to hear what you wrote, and it's nice for you to hear what other people wrote. But the real point of it is for you to hear what you wrote and feel yourself reading what you wrote. So this piece that didn't exist 10 minutes ago is now actually going to have an impact on the world. It is going to change the sound waves in the room that you are in, because when you speak aloud, you make an impact on the air in that room. That is inevitable. And there is something kind of very deeply satisfying about it, even though maybe it doesn't make rational sense that that should even matter, but it does make imaginative sense. It makes somatic sense to your body. The other useful thing about reading your work aloud, compared to reading it silently on the page, is when you're reading it silently on the page, you're ready to edit, you're ready to change things. So you're in judging mind. And when you're ready to change things, obviously you're looking for things you might want to change. So you're focusing on what you don't like or don't feel satisfied about in your work rather than what you like. Your focus is on the negative. But when you read your work aloud, you're not going to be editing it as you read. You're just going to kind of go with it. Maybe you'll change a word or two as you read, and that's fine if you want to do that. But you're not going to be editing. So the result is that your editing mind kind of quiets down. And when you read out a phrase or a word or insight, whatever it might be that you like, you get a little hormonal rush of pleasure. You get a little hit of dopamine. Your body actually tells you that it likes this. And your body wants to do that again. Of course, it feels good, so it wants more. So what happens is that without even having to think about it, without having to engage any willpower or anything beyond just simply reading what you wrote aloud, you are retraining your internal critic to be your coach, your champion, your advocate, rather than a critic who tears you down. Any good coach focuses first on what's good. You know, if I hire a tennis coach, they're not going to say, oh, your serve sucks. They're going to say, well, you know, your feet are looking good, but, you know, maybe do something, you know, what if you try something different with your left hand? But you have to build on your strengths. You can't build on your weaknesses, right? You have to build on your strengths. So that's what reading aloud will give you. Put me on pause now and read what you wrote aloud. And now there is a third bit of satisfaction that may be in your future if you want it. We have a way for you to share what you wrote with people beyond the room that you were in. It's called the Imaginative Storm Circle. We have an archive of nearly 4 years worth of writing prompts there and what people wrote to them. Not everybody posts what they wrote on the circle, but many people do. And it's a great pleasure for those of us who both post and get to read what other people wrote. So if you're curious about what other people wrote to this prompt, you can go to the circle and find out. It's also free, and here is how you get there. Go to imaginativestorm.com. Scroll across the top navigation and you will see community. A drop-down menu pops up or drops down and you'll see Imaginative Storm Circle. Click on that and that will take you to the community page, this particular part of it. Click on the image and that will take you to the circle site. If it's your first time, it will ask you to make a login name and password, but it's free. And once you've done that, you can explore the other parts of it in this left-hand navigation column, or you can just go straight to Prompt of the Week. And there you will find an archive of all the prompts we've done every week for more than 3.5 years now. And the most recent one is at the top. When you click on one, you'll see what it is. You'll see a link to the YouTube recording. you'll see the image, and you'll see the word list. And then you'll see, as you scroll down, you'll see what other people have written. Sometimes people upload an audio of them reading it, and other people can comment on what they liked about what people have posted. And if you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a box that says, "What are your thoughts?" And that is the place to type in what you wrote to the prompt. And we always want to credit the photograph. There's no great credit to this one. I took it last week in the first week of February 2025 in Santa Ynez, California, where I was visiting my wonderful stepmother for her 85th birthday. There is a photograph of my stepmother that has become a kind of iconic photograph for Imaginative Storm. She's riding a lion, and this lion, it was a movie lion. She's on the set of my dad's movie, The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean, but it's a real lion. And what I love about this photograph is she's actually riding it. She's not sitting on it and posing, she's not sitting on the back of a lion. She's actually riding the lion. So this is one of the prompts that we have included in our book of 50 Imaginative Storm Writing Prompts, which you might like to check out. It includes, as the title would suggest, 50 imaginative storm writing prompts, images, along with a word list of 30 words drawn from the community list each time we shared that prompt with our group. So it's a beautiful book. It's coil bound, so it lies flat and you can work with it. It's basically almost a prompt a week for a whole year. It makes a beautiful present. So please do check it out at imaginativestorm.com. You'll also find our book, Write What You Don't Know, which is a kind of writer training course in the Imaginative Storm method. And you'll find information about our workshops on Zoom and in person and the various other things that we offer. You can sign up for our mailing list, which will get you the Substack newsletter that I put out twice a week, plus a third time to invite you to the Saturday writing prompt of the week on Zoom in person. So please do join us if you like, any Saturday or any Thursday at noon Eastern time on Saturday or at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. It's free. All you need to do is click the link in the footer of imaginativestorm.com or in the newsletter that you will receive and turn up on time with some paper and a pen. And that's it. And we hope to see you. Thank you for joining me today.